Good morning, River Landing. We're here today for chair yoga, and today our focus is on balance. So we're going to start in the chair. We still have a minute, so if you're just tuning in, getting yourself comfortable, that's fine. But I did want to let you know that we are going to use our ball today just a little bit. And so grab your ball, have it handy, so when we get to that section of our exercise that you have the ball and you're ready to go. So I'm going to take my ball and put it back for right now because I'm not going to use it right away in the beginning. I have a big ball too, so I got to make sure it stays underneath that chair and I don't bump it a lot. So thank you so much for joining me today. Chair yoga with a focus on balance on Wednesdays, and so I'm so glad that you're here today. So let's go ahead and get started with our feet solidly on the floor. We're sitting up nice and tall. Good. For the things that we're doing today also, I just want you to make sure that you have a shoe that isn't a slip-on, so that you have a shoe that's a solid shoe and it has a back to it. We're going to be doing some movement sidewards and forward and backward, so I want you to make sure that you have a shoe on that's not going to be slipping off. So even better if you're on carpet, just do it barefoot than wearing a slip-on shoe. My preference is always shoes on because it's a little bit more stable and it supports my body a little bit better. All right, so there's that. Let's go ahead and get started. Sitting up tall, toes are forward. We're going to start with just a little bit of a stretch. So let's sit up. We'll do that simple neck stretch with just a turn of the head, shaking that head. Little bit of shaking like we're saying no. Sorry. It's a little bit of a dreary day out there. It makes me yawn. All right. And there's just so much in my brain, sometimes it needs more oxygen, right? Sit up nice and tall. Let's nod that head up and down. Good. Just that simple neck stretch. Notice that we're still sitting tall. Shoulders are still tucked in that back pocket. Good. All right, let's pause it right here before we all get dizzy and tuck that chin just that little bit. Good. And then let's lift that head right here. Let's shrug our shoulders up and down. Good. All right. Now we need to be nice and flexible through the belly and the back today, as well as through the legs. So let's do a little bit of cat and cow right here. So curl and then lift as though I sucked in the belly. I'm going to move that just a little bit. Good. And curl and lift. Good. Curl and lift. Hopefully that comes in a better spot. All right. And one more time, just that cat and cow in the chair. Let's hold this next one. So hold it right here. Feel that stretch. Let's take our hands and reach them out to the tops of our knees, maybe past the top of our knees. Good. And then let's do the opposite. So we're going to pull those arms back. Head comes up a little bit and we look up. Now I'm not tilting the head back very far. It's just a nice look up. Relax your shoulders, feel that stretch. Good, bring everything back to that neutral spine. Good, now let's take one foot forward and we're going to stretch into that leg. An important part of what we're doing today involves our legs, and so I want you to make sure that you're nice and stretched through those hamstring muscles. Good. And we're going to make this a little deeper here in just a second. So the other foot comes forward and we reach, keeping that chest forward. Good. And then let's come back. All right, so let's go to the side here. So this time I'm going to make it an even deeper stretch. I'm going to bring that leg, and for those of us that have arms, you got to scoot forward in your chair. So the leg is nice and long, and I'm going to actually go in the middle to stretch my hamstring here. So I'm going to reach it out. I'm anchoring my arm on the opposite side, reaching out with that front arm and feeling that stretch through that leg. Good, because I want that leg to be nice and flexible for me when we're getting up and working on our balance today. Good, and then let's bring it back. Now I want you to pull that leg back just a little bit so the toe can go towards the floor. We're going to stretch the front of that leg here. Ooh, go slow. Mine is really tight. I'm not going to be able to go as far, right? Feel that stretch. If it doesn't feel good, go back to that heel. Or maybe extend it a little bit further. All right, very good. Now let's go to that other side. Leg comes out. We come right in the middle, anchoring on that back thigh, reaching it out, feeling that stretch in the hamstring. I needed a little bit deeper stretch, so I'm going to pull that toe up a little further, reaching. One more breath here. Good, and then come all the way back. We're going to pull that toe forward. Remember, the other side was tight, so we don't want to go too far. Wow, I really can feel that right in the top of that foot, top of that shin. That's one heck of a stretch for that foot, isn't it? Good, now let's come back up to the front. Let's bring both legs to the front, both heels are on the floor, toes are up. Nice tall posture, hinging right here at the hip. We're going to reach either for the back of the chair or the arms of the chair if you have those. Stick your chest forward like you're the masthead on a ship, and we're going to paddle that paddle boat. Good, because guess what? Our ship is a paddle boat, and we're going to paddle. Good. All right, now pull those toes forward, lean forward just a little bit more. See if you can get a deeper stretch into those hamstring muscles. And then let's come up, good, and bring it back here. So let's march it out. While we're marching, let's reach those arms out, big stretch of the chest, tuck that chin one more time. Good, and bring it up. And roll those shoulders. Now we march those legs to get some blood into that lower extremity, right? Because when some of us stand up and we get that little bit of dizzy, we can stop that by moving those legs a little bit. Sometimes stomping can do it. Another thing that can do it is just squeezing the buttocks. That little squeeze and lift. Do it with me. You can feel all the blood kind of flowing, right? Squeeze the buttocks and come down. That's going to also help bring blood into that lower extremity because it's moving muscles that move into the legs. You can feel them work while we're squeezing. All right, who knew? Things you didn't want to know maybe, right? All right, so put your feet on the floor. Let's go ahead and stand up. And we're going to stand stand beside your chair today, but I want you to be able to reach the chair so it's there if you need it. Okay, so we're going to start out with just simple clock exercises, working that outside leg. So here's our simple clock. It's imagine 12 right here, and 9 o'clock, right? And 6 o'clock back there. Good. So let's do that again. Same leg, 12, 9, and 6. All right, let's do it again, but this time I don't want you to touch the floor. So it's 12, 9, and 6. Good. All right, march it out. Let's do the other side. So if you want to go to the other side of the chair, you can. I feel comfortable here that I can grab the chair should I need it. I'm going to stay. So here we go, 12, 3, and 6. Now let's pause for a moment. Did you notice that when I did that, I leaned to the side? We need to try to stand up tall. I need to try to stand up tall and not do that lean. So let's try it again, and I'm going to try not to lean, and you try not to lean. So 12, 9, nope, 3, and 6. Good. See if you can do it without touching. 12, 3, oh, I got to touch, and 6. All right, so that's not always so easy, is it? So we're going to make that a little harder again. So we're going to lift the leg this time. Try to get your balance. You're here at the chair. If you need to stand behind your chair, you can. I want you to feel safe. And we're going to do that 12, but then I want you to go to 11, and 10, and 9. No touching, if you can help it. 8, 7, and 6. You still hear me? Uh-oh. Bring it all the way down. Maybe I bumped the thing. I might have bumped it. Are you there? Are you there? Uh-oh, did I lose the mic? I might have lost the mic. All right, keep going. Oh, there it is. Must be a loose wire here. Let me just make sure the wire's on there tight. Oh, that's probably the problem. There we go. It was a little loose. All right, so let's do the other side. So let's go 12, and this time 1, and 2, and 3, 4, 5, it's a long time on that leg, and 6. Did you do it? Did you get it okay? That little break in the middle for the mic not working was a nice one, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. Let me just turn it, make sure we're getting the best sound we can. All right, so now we're gonna change it again, maybe not harder, maybe harder, it depends on who you are. So again, we're close to the chair, and this time we're gonna do that 12, 9, and 6, but we're gonna shift our weight. So we're gonna go 12, shift, come back. 9, shift that weight, come back. 6, shift that weight. Can we go just slightly faster? 12, back. 9, back. 6, right to 12, right to 9, right to 6, right to 12, right to 9, shifting that weight right to 6. I'm going to keep doing it. 12, 9, 6, 12, 9, 6. Did y'all get it? One last one. 12, 9, and 6. Good. This time I am going to come to the other side of the chair because I'm doing the shifting of the weight. I want to be able to grab that chair. So we start off simple. We do 12, come back. 3 this time, come back. And 6, and come back. You ready? Here it is. It's 12, don't come back. 3, 6, right to 12. 12, 3, 6, right to 12. 12, 3, 6. That chair is there. That's what it's there for. 12, 3, and 6. One more time. 12, 3, and 6. Good job. All right, everybody come behind their chairs. So come behind your chair. We're going to do just some simple heel raises in the middle right now. So up and down, I'm just lifting my heels. I'll come here so you can see. I'm just lifting my heels. You can stay right back behind the chair, working on those calf muscles. It's important to have strong calf muscles and ankles. So that's what we're working on right here. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. All right. 2 more. Good. Hold this one here. Hold it here. See if you can let go. It's okay if you can't. Good. I'm shaking just that little bit. It's all good. Hold on if you need to. Let's hold it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it down. All right. I'm going to stand behind my chair with you. Let's rock back up on those heels. Stretch those calf muscles up. Lift your toes. Push your chest forward. Lean in towards that chair, stretching those calf muscles. Now you know why we stretched them out in the beginning, right? A lot of movement today. Okay, and bring it down. Now before we get back to the clocks, because we're going to come back to the clocks in a minute, I want to do some one-legged standing things. So before we get back to those clocks, and we're going to use the ball for that, let's do something different. So I am going to turn, I want you to stay behind your chair, and I'm going to turn mine so that you can see what I'm doing. We did a little bit of this yesterday, but I want to expand upon it a little bit today. So this is something that you've seen me do before. We've done this together before. So it's east versus west or bird dog. Okay, we're doing it standing. So tapping that toe back, lifting that arm right here, holding onto the chair if we need it. Very simple level 1 right here, that level 1 bird dog. And we are not tilting, we're not lifting, we're just right here. Good, so bring it down. So other side, opposite arm, opposite leg. We're tightening through the tummy, working our core muscles, keeping that foot on the floor. That's level 1. You can always come back to level 1 if you would like, okay? You could even do this in the chair should you choose. All right, let's bring it down. Now we're gonna go and we're gonna make it a little harder. So we're gonna go, the foot goes back, the arm goes up, and we're gonna hinge right here. Holding, balancing on that one leg, holding the chair should we need it. Holding it here, breathing, nice big deep breaths. Good, then bring it down. Let's do that other side. So the leg goes back. You can always do level one. Remember, that's your go-to. Level one is fine. That toe is on the floor. It's nice and stable. And bring it down. Now let's give it a march. Give it a wiggle. We're going to make it a little bit harder. We did a little bit of this yesterday. Okay, so that toe is going to go back. The arm is here, level one. Level two is that lift off, right? Here's that level three. I want you to lift the back heel towards your buttocks. We're going to take the front arm and we're going to lift that elbow. Nope, back arm, lift the elbow. Oops, back arm, lift the elbow. If you're comfortable, the other arm goes out. So we look like the running man, right? It's a running man pose. This is hard. Hold the chair if you need it. And bring it down. Let's do a march. It's not an easy pose, I get it, and I understand how it's very tippy, so please hold that chair. Please be stable. So let's do that other side. So level one is here. Level two is that hinge. You can stay at any level. You don't have to do this with me if you're not comfortable. And actually, I'm going to lift that heel, and I'm going to reach the same arm back. So the opposite arm goes back, and I'm reaching the same arm out. It makes it harder because it's the same arm, same leg. That other arm is up. It's kind of helping us get some core stability right here. Notice I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at the floor. I want to keep my spine nice and straight, protecting that cervical spine. Good, and bring that down. That was not easy, was it? That was a tough one. Oh, give those hips a wiggle. I'm right with you. Okay, let's go back to those clocks. So this time we're using the ball. So grab your ball. Good. All right. So the ball adds a little bit of visualness to what we've already done. Now we are using our visual system as part of our balance system when we do those clocks. But I want you to look at the ball and notice the difference this time, okay? And we're doing the weight shifting clocks here. So watch your ball. It goes 12, come back. 9, come back. You can't look backwards, but you can look down. 6, and come back. Now, did that make you dizzy? If it does, and you don't feel like you can maintain what we're doing, look forward, don't look at the ball, okay? So you choose. I don't want anybody falling or getting hurt. So here we go. So we go 12, 9, look down for 6, 6. Good, let's do it again. 12, 9, and 6. Let's try one time and not do the step in the middle. So from 6, take a step. 12, 9, 6, 12, 9, 6. One more time. 12, 9, and 6. And back to the middle. How'd you do? If you feel dizzy, first thing, sit down, breathe. Open up your chest to get the most oxygen in. Good. All right. I want everybody to do this safely. This is harder than what we normally do. All right, so other side. Now notice I changed the sides of the chair because I want to stay safe just like you. So I'm going to take that ball on the outside arm so I can grab with my inside if I need it. So we're going to watch the ball. We're going to do the step in the middle the first couple of times. So it's 12, step it back. I'm watching the ball. 3, step it back. 6, step it back. Forgot my clock, sorry. 12, step it back. 3, step it back. I'm shifting my weight. Shift it back to 6. And pause right here. Keep that foot in 6. This time we're going to step it forward. We're going to do everything without the step in the middle, still watching the ball. Follow me. So here it is. I step forward 12, 3, 6, 12. Ooh. 3, 6. One more. 12, 3, and 6. Oh, guess what? I put it in the middle. 6 is back here. Uh-oh, I kind of cheated. How'd you do? Did you do the same? It's okay. All right. So that was not some of the easiest stuff that we've ever done. So while we have that ball, stand behind your chair, still being able to see me on the screen. We're going to bring those arms out. We're going to step together. Now, let's switch sides, do it again. Now, if you need the chair, put the ball in the chair and don't do the arms, just hold that chair. Step together, step, and step together, step. We're working those side balance muscles, adding that visual component, transferring that ball. Good, notice it doesn't stay in the same hand twice. I'm moving it. Step together, step, step together, step. Good, working those lateral muscles that are so important for balance. Let's do one more on each side. Good, now you can stay here at the behind of your chair, the back of your chair. I'm going to come to the side. Now, holding that chair, however you're standing, I want you to take the ball. We're going to work the same side leg. Toes stay forward. We're going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 2 more, and then we're going to change it. Lift and lower and lift. We're going to keep the leg, change the arm. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Just 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Oh, march that out. Give those hips a wiggle. I'm going to come to the other side of the chair for safety. Good. We do just 6 each way. So we start with that lift and lower. Now notice this side for me is a little bit harder, but we're still trying to be slow and controlled. 2 more. So I don't want to drop that foot. I don't want to drop it. I want it to come down slowly. Good. So same leg, up and down, but this time I'm going to lift it up. Good. 3 more. There's 3, 2, and 1. Ah, good. All right. So let's bring those legs out wide. Here we go. So we're going to change our center of gravity. We're changing our stance. We made it wider with a wider base, right? Anything narrow is a little harder. But I'm going to change our center of gravity here by we're going to do a circle. Good. So circle. And I want you to go ahead and shift a little bit with the knees if you can, if your knees allow it. Good. So we're working that middle part of the body, shifting that weight, making that circle. All right, let's go the other way. Circle the other way. Is that harder or easier? I don't know. I think this way is harder for me. Shift through those knees, shift those weights to the side, shift those bodies to the side. All right. And last one right there. All right, you ready to sit back down? I am. All right, put that ball away wherever you safely put your ball. Good, sitting up nice and tall. So let's scoot forward. I feel like we need to do some leg stretches here. So let's push your belly forward, your chest forward, hug that knee up as high as you can. Just because I can hug my knee up here, good for me. You do what you can, that's good for you. Good. All right. Now let it go just a little bit, and we're going to take that hand up on the top, and we're going to stretch into that hip. Good. Stretching into that hip. Pull right here, just that little bit. Now, if you're way down here, that's perfectly fine. Do whatever you feel is right. Maybe you're over here, and you're just pulling that knee over towards your armpit. Whatever feels good. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. It's easy to hold your breath at a time when you're doing something that's a little more complicated. right? Now, I want you to take that leg, if you can, and we're gonna cross it over the top, but not with the ankle here, but with the knee right over like a lady wearing a dress would do, right? And then we're gonna sit up nice and tall. Good, so use your arms to push yourself up. Now we have those legs, they're crossed right here. If you can't do that, cross here at the ankle. So there's an option. We're gonna sit up tall, and I want you to turn and twist. If it's okay for you to leverage your twist, you could grab that chair and turn and twist. Good. Bring it back to the center. Let's go to the other side. Only grab that chair for that twist if you know that that's not going to hurt your spine. Sometimes the doctor will say never do that kind of twisting. And you know who you are, right? You know if that's you or not. So let's do the other side. We sit back, lift that knee up, push that chest forward, keep that spine in line. Good. Breathe. Good breaths here. Keep that oxygen coming. It's so important. Good. All right, now let's turn it just a little bit. So underneath the knee here, over the top here, we're going to hug it up and in. If you can't get there, we're pulling it up towards the armpit. Any one of those is fine. We're just stretching deeper into that hip. Then let's take that leg and we're going to cross it over here or at the ankle. Ankle is fine. We're going to push ourselves up nice and tall. Good. And then we turn and twist. And for some of us, it could just be as the matter of we just turn like we're conversationally talking to the person next to us. For others of us, we can grab and twist if we know that our back will be okay with that. And I would say if you're not sure if your back's going to be okay with that, then just do the conversational twist, which is just a little bit. So going to that other side could be just that little bit of a twist. We're sitting up nice and tall. For those of you that know it's okay, we can turn and fold. And bring it back to the center. Let's separate those legs, sit up nice and tall. Let's come forward. Push that chest forward just that little bit. Let's reach one arm down towards the floor. I'm not going to actually touch it here. And bring it down. Let's do the other side. Just feel how that reach stretches through that shoulder. Good. And then, you know, this is my favorite, push with one arm up over. Bring it back to the center and go the other way. And bring it back to the center. Let's put those hands right here in the thigh. Let's go back for a little bit of a cow pose. And then inhale and lift for that little bit of cat. Let's bring it back to that neutral spine. Sliding our tail feathers through the hole in your chair, or if you don't have a hole in your chair where the seat and the back come together. Sitting up nice and tall. Oh, I'm crooked a little bit. Sorry about that. There you go. Sit back in that chair. Thank your body for doing some hard stuff today. We did a lot of balancing today. We did a lot of weight shifting. So just get comfortable in your chair and let's hold on to that comfort feeling as we breathe. Nice big deep breaths. Still softening those muscles. Wiggle till you feel like you're in that comfortable position, but in a good position for your spine. Breathing nice big deep breaths. Relaxing, softening, being thankful. Taking this last moment just to relax. slowly bring your focus back in the room. Good. If you need more relaxation time, just go ahead and turn off the TV and just sit there and breathe quietly for a little while. Otherwise, let's all take a big deep breath. Inhale and let it go. Good, one more time. Inhale and let it go. Here's that last one, a nice big one. Inhale, lift. Bringing those hands to prayer, those prayer hands come down. Thank you so much for joining me today for my balanced yoga class. I hope that you feel better balanced and ready for whatever the day brings. Namaste.